You guys, okay, I want to know, first of all, hi everyone. Welcome to the live stream. And if you're watching live, in the comments, please let me know that you're here. Just type in hashtag live. If you are watching the replay, please type in hashtag replay. And I want to know from you all how you're feeling. I want to know what your spirit is calling you to. I've heard from different people all over that their energy is all over the spectrum right now. There are people who are feeling very sad and um, depressed even around the energy. And then there are those of us who are flying really high to the point where we're kind of weirdly high. Um, Part of it is, all this eclipse energy that's still kind of reverberating. And the other part is the seven energy, which we've been exploring in, Thank you, Rebecca. Yes, this is opening beautifully. So my point is, if you are feeling some kind of way, you are not alone. Please don't worry. Just understand that this is quite a process that we're going through, this shift in the energy. 2023, it's a 7 year. The energy of the seven is really intense. It's about dealing with a lot of karmic upheaval. And it's about really understanding that this is a year that you must get hard stuff done. So all the hard stuff that you've been avoiding is kind of calling out to you. And the opportunity is for you to learn those lessons that you've been avoiding, okay? Learning the lessons that you've been avoiding, all that stuff that you've been sweeping under the rug, the things that you've been escaping from. It's now time to stop the escape drama and to get down to business, because if you don't handle your business, if you keep playing the escape game, then you might find yourself suffering in a way that is not good, not pretty, and you might find yourself vulnerable. And here's the thing. Now is the time to confront those hard things, because where life was, where you may not have had the courage or the stamina before, if you tell the universe that you want this badly enough, the universe is going to deliver you a very good outcome. All right. So I just want to make sure that that you're aware of this really special opportunity. The last 2 months of this year, the opportunity is for you to create something really big and important for yourself. And, I don't know where you all are as individuals, okay? But I do know that you're here in this collective consciousness with me and, all my tribe. So the opportunity is for you to um, get clear, to start purging, to start releasing, and to say yes to your destiny, your beautiful, powerful destiny. Okay? Say yes to your beautiful, powerful destiny, and then be prepared to go in and do some really hard work. You're going to need to be sacrificing a lot. You're going to need to give up your old habits, give up your old mindsets. You're going to need to do away with some creature comforts that are holding you back. Okay. So don't say I didn't warn you. Okay. Go ahead and, just get yourself ready for that. That's where we're going. So checking in here. We've got Liana here. Hi, Liana. It's nice to see you, darling. She says, I'm totally going through it, so I get it. Yes, sister, yes. It is big and so important. So I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that we're supporting one another on this journey. Jackie is here as well. Welcome, Jackie. I'm glad that you were able to join us live today. So what am I going to talk to you about today? Today, I'm taking a slightly different approach because I have something that I want to work out, and I need you all here to, I need you all to, okay. I want to share this with you all. And look, I'm going to be sharing it with you over the next year. I'm going to be talking about this in great detail and in great depth, but I think you're going to find it interesting. This is kind of a part of what I've been talking about, but it's a little bit different. But this might be helpful. But let's see what I can do to clear out. Sorry, I'm just closing down some extra windows, and because I want to present this document that Rebecca has made for me. Okay, now I think that you can see my whole screen. The problem, oh, actually, okay, let's see. I'm gonna not try to share my whole screen because, okay, let's see how to work this, because this is a little bit of, this is new technology, y'all, new technology. It's new for me. It's not new for any of you all. It's just PowerPoint. I should know how to do this. I do know how to do this, but I'm also like rusty. I haven't shared a PowerPoint in over a year, probably 2 years, maybe even 3 since I've done a PowerPoint. So let's get into it here like so. All right, and look, I know this looks a little bit sloppy, but y'all, Rebecca just put this together for me. Her work doesn't look sloppy. It looks sloppy the way I'm presenting you everything all at once, like you can see the side view as opposed to my whole screen. But I haven't practiced with the whole screen, so I'm not going to worry about it. So what are we talking about? So actually, let me pause for a moment and tell you what we're doing. First of all, let me welcome you to today's live stream. My name is Crystalline Bell. I am a master spiritual life coach, and I am a high priestess of transformation. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. What is this high priestess of transformation? What does a badass butterfly actually mean? Okay, so you all know the story of a caterpillar and a butterfly. Well, that is a really important story that appeals to a lot of people because it has so much power and truth in it for us today, right? So we can feel ourselves having been in that caterpillar body, that caterpillar mindset, and then we can see what we want in that badass butterfly self. And some of us feel like we've transformed already into the badass butterfly, and others do not. Some of us feel like we are a badass butterfly in some areas of our lives, and other areas we're not. Maybe we're still in that caterpillar mentality. What I want is for you to embrace the totality of the transformation from caterpillar to badass butterfly. And that's kind of what I want to talk to you about today. So I'm going to talk to you about it in a very organized way because, and this is going to be important for you as aspiring spiritual life coaches, you will want to know how to take your philosophy and condense it into a form where you can talk about your entire philosophy in a short amount of time, and you want to make sure you hit all of the points. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Right. Thank you, Rebecca. I got it. The reason I'm not doing that is because I have I can't do it with my notes open. I got to use my notes because it's still new. Rebecca is cueing me. She's letting me know. She's being a very good virtual assistant. She's like, Crystalline, this is how you handle this. And I'm like, okay, thank you. She's like, you don't have to look like an amateur. Okay, don't look like an amateur. Let me help you. So actually, but I'm going to look like an amateur, and Rebecca will forgive me. I know. But I'll have to redo this and do it in a very professional way. But for right now, let's go ahead and we'll just roll with this. But thank you, sweetheart. Thank you for taking care of me. So the idea is that you are a divine being. This is really important to know. So let's tuck into this framework that I want to talk to you about, and let's tuck into this concept. It's a concept, and I'm showing you through my framework. Okay, so this is what this is going to look like. Okay, it's called the Badass Butterfly Framework. Don't worry about that. All right, let me just come over here and click away. So what I want for you is to be a badass butterfly, right? I want you to be this being who has transformed, not who is transforming, who has done the work to transform, so that wherever she is in her life, she's living it at now a higher vibration, okay? Transformation, leading you to the badass butterfly. That's what I want for you. All right. Now, in order to do that, in order to be this badass butterfly, in order to become her, there are three things you need to possess. Now, the first is a burning desire for spiritual connection. What do I mean by that? Well, a burning desire is passion, fervor, obsession, okay? In order to be a badass butterfly, you have to be obsessed with spiritual connection. Now, Leanna, Jackie, Teresa, everyone else who shows up on the call. I know that a lot of you all come and watch this and you're not watching live, you're watching the replay and you're not checking in. So I don't know your names, okay? But I know because we have some views on the video, so I know people are watching. But if you are watching these videos and you're showing up every week with me and you're reading my posts, you're engaging, you are someone who's probably obsessed with spirituality and spiritual connection, okay? That burning desire is essential because burning desire is an activator in the universe. So we wonder why we're so empathic, why we're so connected to the divine feminine, why we have so many ideas, why we have such good feelings, why we're flying so high, okay? Why we have so much intuition, so much depth of feeling, so much depth in our being. It's because we are obsessed with spiritual connection. Okay, so that is the first thing that you've got to possess. The next thing that you have to possess is a burning desire to author your life. Now, I don't know about you. I want you to tell me, do you have a burning desire to author your life? What do I mean by that? Do you want to be the one who is totally in charge of your life? You don't see that you're a victim of circumstance. You don't claim to be a victim of the man. You're not worried about your race. You're not worried about your gender. You're not worried about what other people think. You are living life on your own terms. That is that burning desire. You don't give a fuck about what other people are doing, what other people are thinking. You are like, I'm living this life my way. I don't care if I get it totally wrong. Okay, I want it my way. If this is you, give me some love in the comments. Let me know if what I'm saying is resonating with you, all right? If these things feel like they are you. But that burning desire to author your life is essential for a badass butterfly. Now, the next one, a burning desire to manifest your business, all right? Now, okay, I might have had you on the first two. Do I have you on this third one? Do you have an obsession with working for yourself, not being answerable to anybody else, not having to rely on somebody else to tell you what to do every day? You have a dream, you have a vision, you know that you have something to offer. You want to be an authority who's in charge of her own financial destiny, right? That is what your business does for you. Your business is a vehicle for you to bring your artistic self, your creative self into the world so that you can have an impact. If that is you, give me some love in the comments, because this is what it takes to be a badass butterfly. When you see a butterfly in the wild, you might think that that animal is just out there chilling. It is not. A butterfly has a mission. She lays hundreds of eggs, right? In metaphors, eggs represent creativity, right? She's giving birth to hundreds of little beings, her offspring. Well, that's what your business is. Your business is like your baby. It's an offspring. And that's what a badass butterfly does. That's what it means to be a badass butterfly, right? So you're in possession of this burning desire to connect to spirit, to author your life, and to manifest your own business, no matter what it is, whether it's a coaching business, whether it's a hair business, I don't care. If you are interested in manifesting your business, then you are a badass butterfly and you're doing all these things, okay? Next, right? So now, once you understand these things, well, we need to kind of create an outlet for them. What do I mean by your burning desire for spiritual connection? Well, there's this thing that you have to really embody and possess within yourself. So if you have a burning desire for spiritual connection, then that means you have to embody and possess your own divinity. You have to possess your divinity. You have to own it. That means you've got to walk the talk of the divine, and you have to literally trust that you truly are divine. Well, if you really trust that, what does it even mean? Like, how do you show up? We're going to talk about that because it's really important to understand that if you truly trust that you are divine, there are a lot of things that you can no longer do once you accept that. That's why I say, maybe you're not a badass butterfly. Maybe you're still in the caterpillar phase, because you cannot be a badass butterfly and be like, yeah, but I'm only human. I'm only human is of the caterpillar mindset, okay? So claiming to be a badass butterfly means that you are claiming, I know I am divine. I'm not saying that you've mastered it. I'm saying that you know it for a fact and you take action from that place, okay? We'll get into that. Next, you own your fierceness. So what do I mean by fierceness, okay? Fierceness is really, really important, because if you are going to author your own life, you have to have a fierce determination to, number one, write that story and to manifest the things that you want to manifest. But you also need that fierceness to hold on to your divine right to author your own life. What do I mean by that? Y'all know that there are so many naysayers out there, so many people who want to comment and criticize you for what you're doing, for your beliefs, for your choices, for your decisions, for the actions that you're taking. So many people want to put their nose in your business, okay? You need fierce determination to keep those people at bay. You need fierce boundaries, and you need a fierce connection to your knowing that you have the right, the authority, and the resourcefulness to author your life in the way you want it. So this is not about like success or failure. This is about saying, I'm living on my own terms. I'm a good person. I know right from wrong. I want to do it this way. I want to do this thing. I want to do it this way. And I don't care if that's not how it's done according to anybody else's standards. This is how I'm doing it, right? Having that kind of connection to your own authority, your own right to write your own life is super powerful. I want you to have that. And that is what being a badass butterfly is all about. Okay? Yeah. I should check and see if there's any feedback. How are you all feeling about what I'm talking about? Like, is this making sense to you? Does it resonate? Hold on, let's see. Okay. I love the feeling and being proved by the universe. I'm on the right track. Best feeling ever. I totally agree, Liana. It's the signs that lift my spirits. Yes, exactly. Once you kind of start really embracing this idea of fierceness, especially when you embrace fierceness, you become, and look, keep in mind, this is fierceness, not meanness. This is not a situation where you're like, oh, fierceness means being unkind or hard. No, it doesn't mean that. It means knowing who you are and not letting anyone take you away from it, okay? You can be fierce and gentle. If we think about the number 8 card or the strength card, that can also be at number 11 in the tarot deck. If you think about that strength, that can also be called fierceness, right? She is committed to her heart, right? The strength, the lady on the strength tarot card is committed to her heart and living according to it. And she trusts that what she knows is right and will manifest in the world. So she doesn't have to use that sword to kill the wild beast. She can master that beast with love and kindness. But that's what fierceness is. It's the same thing. All right. You have that inside you. Next one. Number 8, wealth. Okay. So this idea of wealth is really important if you're a badass butterfly. Why? You're like, Crystalline, why? Butterflies don't need money. Butterflies live a very rich life. Butterflies need not just any flower, they need flowers that are overflowing with nectar. Okay, they are not pollen animals. They cannot eat pollen. They require nectar. Nectar is a symbol of wealth in the universe. Okay, this is really important. Understanding the root of your wealth is essential as a badass butterfly, and also understanding that wealth is not just about having a lot of money. Your health is your wealth. Your thoughts, the way you think is your wealth. The way you philosophize is your wealth. Your ability to show up on time to serve your clients, to serve your audience, to serve your children, to serve your family. Whatever work you do, your ability to show up and do that job is your wealth, okay? Your ability to love and nurture yourself and those around you, that is your wealth. And understanding that is the thing that is going to bring you financial wealth. So as a badass butterfly, you must look around you and you must see abundance everywhere you go. You must live in the headspace of abundance and wealth, and understand that that is unlimited and expansive, okay? You are a badass butterfly. You're connected to the divine, and everything that you need, the more you open up, the more you are obsessed with spiritual connection, the more you stoke the fires of spiritual connection, the more you are going to even increase your wealth. And I'm not saying that you should be increasing your spirituality in order to increase your wealth. I'm just stating the facts. The more open you are to spirit, the more you receive. All right. So there you go. Next section. Let me get into the next section. Here we go. Number 9. All right. Dismantle the illusion. Rebecca, you know what we're going to need? We're going to need this image to be much bigger, right? So that it takes up much more space. Like if we can get this out here, even if we have to rebuild the entire framework, we need it to be much bigger so that we can have bigger spaces, all right? Although this looks very pretty. I like the way you've got it curved. This looks very nice. So let's talk about this dismantling the illusion. So let me actually show you these 3 things, because what we're talking about right now is this burning desire for spiritual connection and your possession of divinity. All right. So how do you, so let's say you have a burning desire for spirituality. Well, how does that show up in your life? Okay. Well, what we have to do is dismantle the illusion of the secular or the 3-dimensional world or the material world or the ego, okay? So dismantling the illusion is the same thing as saying, let's dismantle the ego. So you've got to take yourself through a process of breaking down your egoic self so that you can stop believing that you are not divine. So all those parts of you that are not a part of the egoic self, sorry, that are not a part of your higher self, the badass butterfly self, you've got to let that go. You got to stop believing the illusion. So you have to dismantle the illusion, dismantle the ego. You also have to activate your new self, okay? And Rebecca, I'd like to have this printed, the print much bigger on these also, Sweet Pea. Thank you. So you need to activate your new self, right? Remember, you started off as a caterpillar. You know what I also want on here, Rebecca? I want a caterpillar over here, and I want the badass butterfly over here. Actually, let's put the caterpillar down here on the bottom so he's crawling on the floor. And then let's bring our badass butterfly up here flying high, okay? Rebecca's a great graphic designer, isn't she? You all see her graphic design stuff all over the place. I know people love it. People comment all the time. It's really, really good. So yeah, let's bring that in, okay? So so you have to also activate your new self, okay? You have to bring in that part of you that's not sleeping, right? Because so when you all think about a caterpillar, right? We see the caterpillar and it's got this little wormy body, right? I'm a caterpillar. Inside the caterpillar is the badass butterfly. She's inside. Her wings are folded up inside the caterpillar's body. So you have two beings inside of you. You've got your egoic self, right? The caterpillar has its caterpillar mind, it's got its caterpillar brain, and it's also got the badass butterfly brain inside, right? The thing is, while the caterpillar is alive, okay, while we're living in the illusion, the badass butterfly is not active. She's there saying things, but she's not the one making the decision because the caterpillar is in control. That's why we have to dismantle the illusion so that the caterpillar can actually come forth and actually, sorry, did I say so the caterpillar can come forth? No, we have to dismantle the illusion so that the caterpillar can be taken apart and not have influence any longer. We want to turn that control over to that higher aspect of ourselves, okay? The badass butterfly. So we need to activate her, all right? And then once we get her activated, we have to inhabit the holy feminine, the divine feminine, the sacred feminine self. That sacred feminine is the realm of spirit, the higher chakras, the realm of love, compassion, and empathy, but also the realm of ideas and creativity, dreams and hopes and wishes, all right? All of that is the realm of the divine feminine. So in order to be a badass butterfly, you have to really own this kind of higher chakra experience, right? You have to really own your connection to the divine. All right. What's next? Okay. For the next one, we want to look at authoring your life. All right. So your badass butterfly self has to author her own life. You have to author your own life. Well, what do you need to do in order to do that? Well, the first thing you need to do is amp up your moxie, right? Now, I've been talking about that I spent the last few weeks talking about that. We are doing a full moon ritual at the end of every month. Rebecca, can you please post the link for the October replay? So because we're still in the full moon phase for the October replay, we'll do that for another couple of days. If you want to access that complete 3-day ritual with the workbooks and all the audios, go ahead and download that. You can get that for $7, okay? Quite a bargain for 3 days of ritual discussion, 3 days of talking about the energy of 2023, and 3 audio files that are helping you awaken yourself so that you can shift your energy this year, okay? If you're struggling with anything this year, you need to make some shifts so that you can end this year in style, right? So make sure you get that. Let me get back on track. So Rebecca will post that link for you for the October replay. And then next week, we'll start working on the November, November ritual, which you can join live with me if you want. Okay, so I'm giving you a little heads up. It's at the end of November, but we'll start signups for it like 2 or 3 weeks ahead of time so that you can be prepared. Okay, so what are we talking about? Getting back into the framework. So to be a badass butterfly, you have to have a burning desire to be in charge of your own life, to author your own life, to be your own authority. That's where this fierceness comes in, right? A fierce connection to your own authority that you are not willing to give up no matter what, okay? Now, in order to do that, what do? You got to amp up your moxie. Now, for those of you who don't understand that word moxie or understand what I mean, moxie is your chutzpah. It's your audacity. It is your feeling inside yourself that you have energy, you have a right, and you want to make things happen in your life. It is your connection to your own magnificence. Your moxie says, hey, I'm here. I'm a child of God. I have the right to be here. I want to create this, that, and the other. I'm going to do that. And I'm not backing down. I'm not hiding in shame. I'm not going to pretend like I'm small, like I don't know what to do. I may not know what to do, but I'm going to figure it out. I'm not going to let my not knowing what to do stop me from getting what it is I need and creating. I'm going to go out and find a mentor. I'm going to go out and read the books. I'm going to do the things I need in order to manifest what I need to manifest, right? So your moxie is your energy, okay? The next thing is championing, okay? You have to champion your dream. What that means is, number one, you got to have some dreams. If you are a woman and you have let yourself not dream about your future, not dream about what you want to manifest, not dream about the trips you want to take, not dream about the clothes you want to own, if you've stopped yourself from dreaming about the business that you want to own, the people you want to help, the lives you want to change, the impact you want to have, how you want to be of service in the world. If you've stopped dreaming about that, you are not a badass butterfly. Badass butterflies have badass dreams, okay? So to be a badass butterfly, you have to champion your dreams. That means you have to go in. When you champion your dreams, it means that you are fighting for them. You are advocating for them. You are making sure that they have value and worth, and you are not backing down from them on any level, right? You've identified your dreams and you are making plans to make them work, right? That one goes hand in hand with the third one down at the bottom here, where it says cradle your mission, right? When you cradle something, like you cradle a baby, it means that you're nurturing it. You are helping it along. You're giving it what it needs to thrive, not just to survive, but to thrive. So your mission as a badass butterfly is to live your best fucking life, to live your badass butterfly life, okay? So to do that, you've got to support your mission. You have to think about it, nurture it. You have to learn the things you don't know. You have to find the resources. Maybe you need to get investors for your dreams. Maybe you need to plan your trip. If you want to take a trip around the world, how are you going to do that? How are you going to homeschool your children while you're on the road? How are you going to travel the world on the budget that you have? You've got to nurture and develop and strategize that. That's what I mean by cradling your mission. It means you're giving your mission everything that it needs in order to thrive. All right. And then the last three here, let's take a look at those. Boom, 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 and boom. Last one is about your burning desire to manifest your business. And, I've been historically talking about your coaching business, but one of the things I want you all to understand that, in my with my private clients, a lot of them are not coaches. They are working as consultants. I work with a lot of consultants, and they are doing other things, right? They have other companies that they're working in. Educational companies and things like that. It can be anything, right? So whatever it is that you have as a badass butterfly, your job is to create, to desire to give birth to something. And a business is a way for you to have impact, right? If you're a coach, then you need a coaching business. If you're a healer, if you're a yogi, you need that coaching business, right? So if you pursue your passion for business, it is going to lead you to wealth. That is just natural. If you pursue your passion for business, it is going to lead you to wealth. Now, what do you do with that, right? For a badass butterfly, how do you deal with wealth? How do you build it? How do you manage it? How do you create it, right? First thing you got to do, you got to money up your chakras. What do I mean by that? Well, a lot of us, women, it's not just about women, it's also about spiritual people. We've got a little bit of a disconnection sometimes around money. So we want to do our chakra work, and we want to be in the energy of the chakras. We want to really focus on our healing and our love, and all of that is really, really important. That is why we are obsessed up here with divinity. But you also have a responsibility down here on earth, okay? You have a responsibility to your body, to your family, to your legacy, to your bank account, to your creditors, right? To your home, to all the dreams that you want to do. You've got to have money solid and stable, right? You want to create a future for your kids. Your money needs to be right. So you need to be thinking about your business and how you're going to manifest your wealth, and you need to money up your chakras, which means that you need to understand how the cycle of manifestation works through your chakras. Very, very important, okay? Because when you work through the cycle of manifestation through your chakras, you are also going to manifest wealth, all right? And you'll feel great about it. And it will be wealth that comes through your alignment. So again, you'll feel great about the wealth that you're manifesting, and you'll know how to use it as well. Super important. Number 2 here is sparking your startup. So in order to manifest that wealth, you really got to spark your startup. You have to invest your heart, your mind, your focus in your startup business. This is not one of these situations where you just, I'm going to just ease along and not really put a lot of energy into my business and somehow it's going to just manifest. No, you've got to light a fire under it, and you have to create the energy to make your business thrive, right? You have to do the things. You have to invest yourself, invest your heart, your soul, your person. All right. And then the last section here is about engaging the holy masculine, right? So you have up here with the divinity, you are inhabiting the holy feminine. And here you are engaging the holy masculine, because that's what the masculine likes to do. It likes to be engaged. Okay. And what does that even mean? It means you need to think logically, right? So we talked about the feminine up here being very much about the creative world, ideas, love, empathy, the feeling nature. Okay. With masculine, it's the logical nature. It's doing things step by step. It's doing things according to a structure. It's doing things consistently. The masculine is about showing up on time, saying that you're going to do this and actually following through. The masculine, the feminine is about having an idea for a book. The masculine is about writing the book. All right, I hope that makes sense. So in order to be this badass butterfly, whatever it is that you're working on, whatever your business is, you have to have the masculine involved to help you manifest the book in the way that you want. All right, or to manifest whatever it is you're doing for your business so that you are actually creating. All right. All right, y'all. So that is the badass butterfly framework. So now, if you all have any questions, type them away in the comments. And I'm really in love with this framework. I love the concepts that are there. They're exciting, and I'm excited to start teaching about these things and talking about them and going more deeply into them. So let me just check in with you all, and then I'm going to go ahead and sign off. All right. Let's see, sort of my life being left-handed, I've always had a certain style. Oh my God, Leanna, back in the day, like you were not allowed to be left-handed. Like teachers used to like beat kids that were left-handed because they thought the devil was in them. How crazy is that? Like the creative side was like, oh, we can't let that feminine creative out, you know, it's so weird. Jackie says, I love it when I'm able to embrace this state of being. I start manifesting all sorts of stuff. Right on, girl. I love it. Let's manifest some goodness this weekend. Let's have some fun this weekend, actually. Yes, let's actually, I'm gonna put that out there. I'm gonna have a fun weekend. All right. So, ladies, thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. And yeah, so have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, everyone.